Well, good morning, everybody. I am doing some videos here. It's pouring down rain, but thank goodness no crazy storms to go along with it. And yeah, we'll take the rain. Everything is perfectly green. The sheep are hiding out in the barn, though they don't like to get wet. So, what have we got here today? First, thank you all for being here and for being wonderful. Thank you to everyone new. I know I've had a few new subscribers. Welcome, and welcome back always to everyone who follows the sheep. I might be sneezy today. So I'm going to start today with some purchases and fun that have been going on, and these are going to be very unorganized videos because I've gotten way behind and let them get way behind. So I gotta stop saying so. I am going to start with what was supposed to be a purchase for me from Carol at Crinkled Path at the live sale. And it looks like Veronica gifted me this book. And I have to say, thank you very much. There was a set, and I wanted Edgar Allan Poe, and here it is. I love this. It's just so cute, and I love Edgar Allan Poe. This is a great size for a journal. Whoop. This is so cute. Too Jolly and Sandy. Some pages to play with. Sorry I ate the cover. From Drax. That's Carol's Great Pyrenees. He and Jolly are pen pals. I love it. This is so fun. Oh, Carol, thank you. Sheep and sheep and sheep. The sheep leap the Jeep. Mine would be leaping into the Jeep and taking off. If they had the keys, they would be out of here. Oh, how fun. They all slept peacefully ever after, even though they put caffeine in their dog's food. If we did that here, it would be nuts. This is pretty paper, too. Can you hear that? Oh. Hear me rip my book apart. There's no plates or anything in it. It's just a really cool book, and I love Edgar Allan Poe. This one is from 1927. Cool beans. I got plans for you. Oh, excuse me. This is a purchase I made from Hazel of Hazel Anaka Design. At the live sale, she was the guest. This is funny. I thought she was selling a bunch of embroidery thread, so I asked her about it. So turns out it was just there to be pretty. So we were laughing about that because I wasn't paying attention when I was supposed to be moderating, and she sent me one anyway. Thank you, Hazel. Funny girl. And then I bought these from her. Some really cool yo-yos. Look at all the different colors. I have a few of these, but you know, we can never have enough of something, right? She also sent me some pirate and big ship stuff. And I love it all. This cracks me up. Okay, here's the pirate. I believe these are napkins, maybe, or just squares. Digging for treasure. That's me. Someday. And then another big ship with pirates. He better be careful. He might get shoved overboard just for snicks. Ooh, look at those. A whole fleet of pirate ships. Awesome. Another awesome thing I have from Hazel that I bought are, have you ever heard of Canadian scribbling diaries? I had not. This is Dominion. Excuse me while I move my chair over. Goodness. There. Okay. Now I should be ready. This is from 1911, and this, I believe, is from 1925. They are the coolest things. So calendars. I'm not sure what this number means. I don't think it's the date of the book because the book is 1920 or 1911. The cool thing is, let's see, began using coal on November 29th, 1910, 3,525 pounds. Oh boy. Katie Green, servant, comes on as worker December 8th, 1910. And since they were writing with ink, oh, for Pete's sake. The old-fashioned ink pens like you would use for calligraphy now. They had blotters in between every page to soak up the extra ink. So that would be from this page. And maybe they wrote another page of something or other and used some of the pages for blotters, because not all of these are in pen. Oh no. It says, awful day. Bought a new heavy draft horse here. Rode it and put, and I don't know. And it rained. I'm not sure what was awful. So not only do you have these amazing handwritten pages, you have these really cool pink pages. Wouldn't those look cool in a journal? Just as a page. I mean, I think they're probably not even too fragile to just be on their own. Little Art and Mama in town, gone to see a horse. Gave Katie $1, and it was a fair day. So it's really just everyday life for them. I haven't read straight through it. This says cut hay. So he's keeping track of, he or she, keeping track of wages, who's working for them, and just giving us some awesome paper. Great stories and awesome paper. I'm not sure there's names in it. I will have to look. And I think you could call these a bolo in my book. Angela at Traveling Crafter does bolo videos, and a lot of people have been following suit because there are a lot of books that you might want to be on the lookout for. And this is, I'm always on the lookout for diaries and, oh look, there's names to look up. Haha, Deborah Gordon. Awesome. But anyway, any of these little books and diaries, and they're just really, really cool. And they're perfect. Look, addresses. Oh boy, I never get information handed to me like that. Well, there will be some history in the making here. Hopefully, maybe I could find a picture of the people that wrote in here. Wouldn't that be fun? I always try. I rarely find pictures, but oh, they even wrote on this. 1925. Tickets. Laundry. 4 pounds of laundry, $1.60. I would pay $16.60 for someone to come do our laundry. The sheep refuse, so. Anywho, I would probably even save this binding. I doubt I would do much more than taking some pages out, and someone has, yeah, the pink pages and stuff. I wouldn't completely dismantle this because they are really fun to read. So thank you, Hazel, for all of the amazing, wonderful things. I've been goofing around. My friend Debbie at Dutch Primitives, I bought a few things from her, and she sent me these beautiful, beautiful paper clips. And I decided, and so did Angela, you can see her version of them. They're a bunch more. This poor lady. I was trying to be like Angela did some of these with pencil shavings, and it was my favorite thing she did. But this poor woman has a skirt of leaves and flowers, and I did not make the bell shape very well. So she's probably a little embarrassed, but I like her. And Angela did a tutorial on doing these, so I just think they will be awesome and fun to put in journals. These are just little dresses that I fussy cut from a book of patterns. So that's it. I might put something on embellishment wise. I'm not sure. We shall see. And if I do, I will show you. This is something from an auction, my auction house here. And I have them on the website, and they are in packs of 25. And I have a lot more of them. So I will be adding them on as time goes. And I will be keeping a bunch because they are perfect size for tags and everything. And they're blank on the back. And it says that it's from Ohio Chemical and Surgical Equipment Company. And it looks like work orders, labor distribution, and summary work order form. So they would go through and just, oh look, manila, red, and brown. How about that? Work order number. These are on the website. I will put, they'll be on the marketplace too, and I will put the links down below. That's one new thing. I'm gonna move. I've been kind of naughty at a few live sales, but I couldn't help it. That's my excuse. I always can't help myself. And there's no helping me. I have never found or had, I've got a few crumpled up folded telegrams, but these are nice and pretty. They'll go in journals after I scan them. And they are Western Union. And this is stamped, I don't know. It says April 23rd, maybe 1940. And these are the little ticker tape papers they would glue down as it came across the wire. Aren't those neat? Oh boy. Charlie's having a dream over there chasing something or other. And there's a couple more. This does not have a date on it, unless it's in code. And this is to Mr. and Mrs. Henry George Van Veen in New York. Best wishes for a long and happy life together. Estelle and Rizal Benda. And this is a different form. 1940. Isn't that pretty? Love the header. And check this out. It's a social message from 1940. That is so cool. That's probably gonna, well, they'll all get scanned before I do anything with them. So you're probably gonna see these in the future. I have a new scanner, the Epson splurged, and I think that's gonna be birthday, Mother's Day, Christmas, all rolled into one. Okay, this is gonna be really random. I don't remember all of where I found these and where they came from. This is a very pretty, I'm assuming, me with little knowledge of fabrics and such, I am assuming that this is hand crocheted. Has some troubles. It's got a few holes and a few stains, but it's beautiful. And I wasn't going to leave it behind. If you really wanted to, you could probably cut out the designs. I do think this is handmade. It feels very vintage, and yeah, somebody did some fancy stitching. So in the thought of randomness, found these. I am not a weaver, but I didn't know what a smocking pleater was. This is from 1989, and it's called Threads Magazine. I need to wake up. I do not have enough caffeine again, and we all saw what happened the first time that happened. That live sale was wild. And there are just some spectacular ads and pictures in this. Color cards. A really, really lot of cool stuff. Okay, it wants to go backwards. It's a little shiny, but not too bad. The pages are just a little fragile. They're kind of coming away from the binding. Knitting and crochet. He's happy. She's happy. She's got a pretty sweater. Coming to grips with the slide fastener. Simple zippers. Ha ha ha. And this is talking about silk. Silkworms, what they eat. What they eat affects the color of the silk. And then it shows start to finish the processing of it. And here you have crochet buttonholes, leather fabric, weaving. I love weaving. Here's someone spinning on a drop spindle. I can do that. Look at all the buttons. Fancy raglans. So you can hear this kind of cracky. But look at the pictures. You could do so much with them. Dressmaker extraordinaire. The secrets of Madeline Vanet's creativity. If I remember right, there might be some inappropriate pictures here. Well, inappropriate for online. She's beautiful. Lots of sheep in here too because it's yarn. Look at all those ads. I like this best right here. A poodle skirt. Even on the back cover. So that was fun. A fun find. This, of course, caught my eye because of the color. And it reminds me of Angela because she likes this particular color combo. It's Better Homes and Gardens 2024. Recent. And again, lots of little fun cutouts. You could popcorn. But these pictures, look at the color. Let's see. There, it shows you how to make all these cute flowers. I would not be doing that because my hands would say, Some photography. Ooh, I like that. A little bit of a spooky woods. If I'm staying in frame. Oh my gosh. Cocoa berry biscuits. I am hungry, so I'm not going to stay in this food very long. Isn't that pretty? I would take that. I would make that my kitchen. So you know what Better Homes and Gardens is about. I just fell in love with the pictures on the front. There we go. There's the spread. Oh, to be a talented seamstress again. That's what happens when you catch something out of the corner of your eye, you bring it home. Also found this really nifty leather cover or photo album. And I hope you can see there's a heart embossed on the front. And there's fancy corners. And if you didn't want to do the heart on the front, you could either cover that up or check it out. The back is blank. You could flip it upside down. It's definitely not old, but it is just too cool. And you know, I love to do ring binders. And since this is all new paper, oh, for Pete's sake, it's cardstock. And I know a lot of people say, black cardstock, what are you going to do with that? You can cut out pictures of people or places from magazine or from wherever you find them. And then you can pop them down on these and cut them out. And then it makes them look just like old-fashioned cabinet cards. Or you could put little picture corners on and make a spread that way. Lots to do. Black will show off everything. Ugh, it doesn't want to. Got the ring crooked here. It wants me to get to work. It's not going to close until I do. And I found. I told you this was going to be really, really scattered. I thought of Angela when I saw this book. Scaredy Mouse. She's not a scaredy mouse, but she likes mice. And this is so cute. Illustrated by Tim Warren. Oh. Mice are smart to stay away from them. This is from 2002. And I loved the story. And, oh boy. Good morning, Louise. You're going to have to wait a minute. But this little mouse was afraid to go exploring. So they tied a string on him so that he could find his way back home. Then he saw all kinds of weird things that he got scared of. It's only a feather duster in the closet. But he ran around and around scared so many times that when the cat came, the cat almost got him, except he ran around and around and around with this thread and trapped the cat. After that, he wasn't scared anymore. The cat says, hey, wait a minute. So every time he saw the cat after that, he just said, boo, and the cat ran away. Cute graphics, scholastic. I hope you don't get bored of books. I have a lot of them today. It's a bolo book. This little cutie. I'm not an aficionado on little golden books, but I usually pick them up, especially if I haven't seen them before. It's in pretty good shape. Well, it's actually in really good shape. 5th printing, 1978. Where did the baby go? This little girl's trying to find the baby in the pictures. And she looked all around the house. Couldn't find her until Mom explained to her that she was the little baby in the picture. She looked everywhere. She's so cute. Very cute. Almost a bolo, right? Watch out for these cute books. Then I found this one because there's a sheep on the front. You know I couldn't pass it by. Definitely not an old one. Illustrated by Lisa McHugh. And it was first printed in 1982. This is 1992 version. And I don't think it was ever opened. But look at those pictures. You've probably heard me say how I didn't pay attention a lot to the kids' books. And then I drink the Kool-Aid, as Hazel would say. And I have a bunch. Yeehaw! The lamb. Isn't that cute, though? You could do anything with these pages. I'm probably going to make a journal and just keep all the pages with the book. Woot! Because it's just too cute. This is the Whispering Rabbit. And, oh, I'm sorry, Louise. You just have to hang on. She and Jim are sleeping in. And she must have heard me talking. And voila, she has to see what's going on. Who could blame her? This is The Whispering Rabbit and Other Stories by Margaret Weiss Brown. Golden Press. Weekly Reader. And it talks about Margaret Weiss Brown. She lived from 1910 to 1952. Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't want to stop the video. Louise, you wait. Sit. That's a girl. You wait. We'll see how long that lasts. She waits on the stairway if I tell her to. So I can get through the... Listen. No. Quiet. Now she's going to go back upstairs. I'm not sitting on no stairway. Let's see, I've written more than 60 books, and I keep writing them because I like to make them up. Written in 1951, these words of the late Margaret Weiss Brown reveal part of the secret of her success as an author. Her inventive mind delighted in making up stories for children. Her writing career spanned just 15 years, but in that time she came to be beloved by a whole generation of young readers. Her book Little Island, written under the pen name of Golden MacDonald, was awarded the Calico Medal in 1947. She combined a lively writing style with rare understanding of what children like. She wrote a lot for the Weekly Reader children's books. Illustrated by Garth Williams and Lillian Obligado. 1947, and this is the 1965 version. Obviously well loved and repaired. So I may keep this one together too, we'll see. There's 3 or 4 stories in here. Oop, 5. Oh, I just love the illustrations. It even has the smaller letters where he had to whisper. He yawned and a bee flew in. So he couldn't talk because the bee was sleeping in his throat. The bee woke up. He thought he was missing something, and away he flew. And then he closed his mouth, his eyes, his ears, and tucked in his paws, twitched his nose, and he went sound asleep. You can't sleep when you swallowed a bee that falls asleep in your mouth. The Scupper song, Scupper the sailor dog. And you know, of course, I really like that one. And this is the friendly book. I like cars. Like cars. Car in a garage, a car with a load, a car with a flat tire, a car on the road. I like cars. Trains. Oh, wait till you see the new pack I put together for trains. You guys are going to love it. I hope anyway, because it needs to find its new home. I love balloons. I would never go up in one. Never, ever, ever. But the stories of them and the people that flew them way in the beginning, they're a little crazy, but it's really cool to see how they did. Even a bird's nest up there flying around. The history of balloons is fun. Snow. Snack bar. Oh, you might be able to hear my birds outside. Almost reminds me a little bit of Dr. Seuss, even though I know it's not influenced, I don't think, by him. Bone Week. National Bone Week. Hot dogs. Fresh Franks. And you know, I like boats. Sea dogs. Like whistles. People. And then there's the egg book. This story I've seen before, and it's so cute. He could hear something in the egg, but he couldn't figure out what was in there and why he couldn't get it out. He got tired and went to sleep, and voila, a cute yellow duck. Again, illustrations, the stories are cute. New boots for Rabbit. I'm seeing a theme coming. And you know, ladybugs catch my eye too. But I just noticed that. This would be cute scanned. Would be cute. Illustrated by Lucinda McQueen. Written by Lucille Hammond. And it's from 1989. And again, cool graphics, just cool, cute. I would love to have a sink like that. And the whole kitchen that goes with it. Whoa! Sailing rabbit. He's a sailor. Little kids get in trouble when they're waiting for mom, getting ready to go. Yes, Louise. Yes, Louise. He got new boots and wanted to go play in the puddles. And the puddles dried up. And then he went to rescue a hat and played in the fountain instead. Good thing he had new boots. You might hear Jim in the background too. And then what color were the boots? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. That is going to show up just the whole page in a journal because that is too cute. Way too cute. With his brand new boots on, he imagines he can do all kinds of exciting things. When he goes to the park with his mother, his new boots help him do a truly daring deed. He rescued a lady's pretty hat. Hope you're not tired of books. I love books. You can't have too many books. Buddy Bear's No Cook Cookbook by Pauline Peck. Pictures by Jim Robison. Another cute book plate that would be fun to scan. Oh, I think I started to say I got the Epson scanner printer. I'm really sorry about Louise. She's part hound and she has the craziest screech ever, especially when she's in full cry. Goodness. Anyway, back to the cookbook. This is from 1980. And this is all the rules for doing your own cooking. Ask permission, wash your hands, put on an apron. This is what you'll need to have with you. Morning, Jim.
Morning.
Did she wake you up? Were you up or
Yeah,
did she?
up.
Okay, good.
Movies.
We're doing movies in here.
What?
We're doing movies in here,
Okay.
just so you know. And then it just goes through and I might need to use this. Crunchy banana bits. Peanut butter. It's really fun. So if someone doesn't grab up this book, I'll probably use pages in other journals. Children's Book Club Weekly Reader. Charlie the Ranch Dog in His Snow Day by Renee Drummond, The Pioneer Woman, and Diane DeGroat. Oh, I should explain something from the live sale the other day. There was a gal who, it was her first time at the sale, and her name on YouTube was something to do with Picasso, and I translated that into goat. It was Picasso something, and it rhymed with goat, and I read it as that. That is because our very first goatee was a La Mancha goat, and they have teeny tiny ears. So we named ours Vincent Van Goatee, and always enjoyed the joke about the ears. So I don't know why that flipped into my mind and why I read it that way, but I really apologize for saying goat for your name. But that's what happens in my brain. This is from 2013. Nice paper. This is a little chipmunk, Angela. Chippy Chippy. So he goes out. He sleds. And if this dog was black and white, it would really remind me of Louise and the things she would get into. Oh, it has a loose page. Then he got cold. And he was trapped. He felt like he was trapped. He howled, just like Louise. They found him. They took him home on the sled. And he's feeling pretty sly. Maybe Mom will even make bacon. Couple more, so that you don't have to have 5 videos with these. This was not at Farm and Fleet. Thrift shop. Pokey Little Puppy's First Christmas, a little golden book. Has a barcode, so I know it's not ancient. But cute. And another story. This is from 1993. Illustrations by Jean Chandler. Story by Justine Corman. My nephew, when he was very young, he loved the Pokey Little Puppy book. And he made my sister read it to him over and over and over. I have to check and make sure you're seeing the tops of these. Yep. Oh, good. We're good. And so it's always been kind of a family giggle to remind him of the Pokey Little Puppy. So they did find a copy of the Little Pokey Puppy. And I've got it set aside. And this one I'm going to set aside because he and his wonderful girl are getting married in the fall. and maybe they will have a baby, and I will make a journal out of the Pokey puppy. This could be a Christmas present for his or her first Christmas. So I'm planning ahead. I love it. I just love it. And he will giggle. Even some stinky skunks. I doubt Blake's been around a stinky skunk. Uh-oh. There's the timer. I'm going to ignore it for a while. So that's the plan for this little book. I'll wait until they actually have one before I make a journal, even though I'm itching to do it. Okay. The Most Timid in the Land, A Bunny Romance by Oliver Herford. Illustrated by Sylvia Long. And, you know, what catches our eyes all the time? I seem to have been on a bunny streak, but I think they must have restocked with Easter books or something at the old thrift shop. But it wasn't that. And look at this old-fashioned kind of end paper. These are shiny pages, shinier. 1992. Okay, and the story, apparently the story was written by Oliver Herford. 1863 to 1935 he lived. Hoping to preserve peace in his kingdom by bolstering the natural timidity of his subjects, the king of bunnies offered his daughter's hand in marriage to the most timid bunny in the land. There's a few little marks, but I'll probably be using the graphics somewhere else anyway. But look at all the fussy cutting you could do. Here's the princess bunny. Maybe. Oh, no. They just are dressing that way. So they just practice and practice until they taught the art of fainting in the grass. 100 bunnies. They were proving who was the scarediest. 100 bunnies like a flash all disappeared from sight, like arrows from 100 bows. None swerved from left to right. And if you hear chewing, that would be Jolly having his breakfast. It's not me and Jim. Jolly chews every bite. Every single bite, which is so fun for a big dog like that. Louise, on the other hand, she would eat so fast that she would get sick when we got her. So we bought one of those round food bowls that's a maze inside. The first day, she tipped over and just ate the food off the carpet. I'm sorry, I'm having trouble with my words today. I don't know what's up with that. And she, now it's a fun game when she eats. And if you put some shredded cheese on top, it's even more fun for me to watch her work on getting all of that out. Okay, one more. And then I'm going to let you out of here. It's Time to Sleep, My Love by Nancy Tillman. Written by Eric Metaxas. New York Times bestselling author, see what I mean? On The Night You Were Born. I love when it looks the same under the cover. And I'm not sure if this really was ever read much, because it's very, you can see that some of the pages are not even separated. It's time to sleep. I don't see a date on it. It's beautiful. Just beautiful. Getting harder to stay awake, said the otters by the lake. The drowsy bumblebee inside its hive in the tree. It's time to go to sleep. I cannot stay awake. Aw, cows are cute. Do you know cows babysit their friends' babies? Like 2 moms will stay back with all the babies while they sleep and watch over them, and then the rest of the moms go out and eat grass and wander a little bit and then come back, and then they switch. Babies have to sleep a lot to grow. Look at the moon. And a balloon, a giraffe. I know a couple of people are making giraffe journals. Maybe at least the pages need to come to you too. 2008, and this is the 2011 version. So on that note, I'm going to let you go for this one, and I will corral you for the next one. I have a bolo coming up. Be on the lookout for new things that are on the website or heading there, and just lots of fun that I really need to sort out so I can put things away. You would not believe my desk. If I want to sit down and glue something, I could not do it. So it's time to straighten up things and catch up. I hope you're all having a great day. I look forward to seeing you again. Thank you for being here. The sheep send you smooches.